that should have been had. They were dripping wet, and our apologies. That was not all our doing. It was encouraged by Coach and by a lot of the stations. And some of them did choose to simply just lie down in the mud and swim. So that's on them. But hopefully they all made it home. No worse for the wear, if only a little bit dirtier. And Mrs. Nadeau was able to escape that. So sorry if we're a little late getting back to some of you with emails, but we were pretty caught up in that and monitoring kids. As far as my voice, I don't have on a mask here, and we're not sure yet about our summer session in masks. We're hoping to hear about that, but until the end of this week for sure, the kids are still in masks. And we have been able to move in some of the kids on the outskirts and seat them a little bit closer because of some of the changes, but still masks for right now. And this Friday is the end of the regular school year in Liberty, and the kids get out 3 hours early, so just wanted to remind you of that. And then no school on Memorial Day, and we start our summer session on Tuesday, which is just unbelievable to us. We're like, where did this year go? Wanted to share with you that on field day, and I'm sure it's no surprise to you, but it was so delightful. There was a parent who was overseeing one of the stations, and she just stared and looked at me, and I go, what? Like, is something wrong? And she goes, are these kids always like that? And I go, like what? And she goes, they're so kind, and they're all looking out for each other, and they're taking turns, and they're not like screeching or screaming, and they're just so good. And I go, well, yeah, they are. And I felt really bad because I know that her daughter is in a class that is not always that way, and she just couldn't get over it. And she went over to them and she actually shared that with them, and she just said, I just want to tell you that all these kids have come through today, and you're so kind and caring, and you're not screeching and screaming, and you taking care of each other. And right after that, she said, go ahead and you can dump water. And then they dumped water, and they were having a blast. And one of the girls in the class came over, she goes, oh no, she just gave us that compliment, and we were yelling. And I go, you're supposed to yell, you're supposed to have fun. That's not what she meant at all by it. And then they went on to the next station. She goes, they even cleaned up everything. And I go, yeah, they left it better than they found it. And so I just wanted to share that, it comes as no surprise to Amy and myself, but I mean, that's who they are. They're kind, and they care about each other, and they take care of things, and they leave things better than they found it, including Amy and I. And we're just so honored, and it just gets us teary to think about how far these kids have come, and that we have to let them go. We've fulfilled our goal in their journey, and we just thank you and thank you and thank you all so much for this year. And I was thinking back, we were watching the talent show on Friday, and last year, before the end of their third grade year, I would be invited in, and Mrs. Posky at that time, to watch the kids doing their talent show. Third grade would always have their little day, and I would watch them zooming, just with wonder, like, who exactly are these kids? And I knew some of their names because of siblings, and I would just be in awe. And then to watch them as our kids for a year in the talent show, it just blew me away. And I'm like, Mrs. Nadeau will watch it when she gets a chance, but they're just fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And you guys have done an awesome job. So I can't believe that pretty soon they're on their way to 5th grade. And we have a little bit left to do this year still, and we have our summer session coming up. And in our summer session, we hope to continue the project that Mr. Brown was starting and Mrs. Maynard. And that's really transform the gardens out there. They need some work, and to really make them a giving garden. We're hoping to feed those who struggle with food insecurity, those in the community and in our school, and also enjoy some of the fruits of these kids' labor. And we're hoping to use recyclable materials to do it. And Amy and I have some ideas too, so we want to take some of the kids' ideas and use our ideas. And her husband even made like a little wishing well, so we're thinking we could even put the food in there and share it that way. So there's still work left to be done. There's always work left to be done. But we're happy to be able to end the year with your kids. And I'll say it's the funniest in all of my years of teaching. This is the only year I've not missed a day, which is so odd. But it speaks so much to the nature of these kids too. We hate to be gone from this class. You know, there are other years where we're like, oh, we really need a day. And anything that Mrs. Nadeau has missed has been really necessary. And this year, I just, for whatever reason, I haven't missed a day. Knock on, there's no wood in here, but knock on wood. And it speaks volume to who these kids are. So we still have work left to do, and we'll finish out the year strong and celebrate with these kids. And maybe they've told you, but they did earn that last brown bag. And they outsmarted us. Thank you, Reagan. But so they placed in there, if they were to get the brown bag last week, they had 2 weeks of goals left. And the suggestion was, let's stack the bag and make it one of the things that we drew out happened to be, if they met their goals, that this last week would be no goals. Very well played. Very well played. We're very proud of you for strategizing that. And so they don't have any formal goals this week. We'll have lots of maydos that they can do and some other really fun projects. But, so that's coming out this next week. And just look at the past calendar and anything that Epic has on the calendar. We'll definitely be doing that. But we want to say thank you, and thank you. Have a great week. Let's finish out this school year strong.